Today's flow is going to be based on what we call Anjali Mudra, which is hands in the center of the heart. And in yoga, we use the hands as a gesture for different sort of offerings and different reasons. So you'll see, you know, the Om sort of symbol, and sometimes it's for releasing tension, heart. There's a million different reasons of why people use it, but this is obviously the most traditional and renowned one, and it means divine offering. So it's, you know, just to sit cross-legged with your hands in prayer in front of your heart. So come to this position and just gently allow the thumbs to press into the sternum, just that bony bit where you visualize or where you mentally feel that the heart is. Draw the chin just very gently towards the chest, so you're lengthening through the back of the neck. Close down the eyes. And firstly, start to become aware of the sensations between your palms, the energy from one hand drawing into the other. And then just think of the words divine offering. So when, as a human, when we offer something up, when we give something out for no gain, for no want, it brings joy, it brings like an openness in our heart space. This mudra also relieves stress, anxiety. So just for the next 30 seconds, minute or so, just keep the eyes closed, feel into the energy between the palms, and sit in silence. Now just let the backs of the hands rest to the tops of the knees. And notice how the breath naturally becomes quiet. Maybe you feel a little bit of leftover energy through the fingertips, the arms, the shoulders. And keeping the eyes closed, just listening to the words, start to slide the body forward onto your mat. Keeping the knees wide, take child's pose. And so 2 options with your hands in child's pose. Begin by stretching the arms forward along the mat with the palms together. Bring the forehead down to the mat, then bend through the elbows and bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. Yeah, so you're feeling this stretch down the front of the front of the upper arm, a little bit through the shoulders, and breathe into the chest, drawing down to the earth, the forehead connecting with the earth. And this beautiful gesture that we've made with our hands just to offer, with no gain. Release the hands back onto the mat and walk the hands underneath the shoulders, bring the knees underneath the hips, start to work through cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, push against the floor, lift the chest towards the ceiling. As you exhale, draw the belly in, round through the back body, heart up towards the ceiling. Drop the belly as you inhale, feel the extension through the lower back and chest. Look all the way up. Breathe out, draw the belly in, push the floor away, round through the back of the heart. 2 more like this. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, full breath. Exhale, draw the breath in, feel the belly engage, the heart lift up, the shoulders. 1 more. Inhale. And on this exhale, hold the belly in, draw the body weight forward, tuck the toes, and take downward dog. So the first downward dog, we always just throw it away a little bit to make little bits of movement, left and right, right and left, and then find a little stillness. And we'll meet back in downward dog for our flow. So if you're not still in downward dog, just come back to make that shape on your mat and go through just the basic checkpoints of your downward dog. I always encourage people to bend their knees, even when you first come into it, no matter how flexible you are. The minute you start to bend the knees, you get more extension through the back body. I want you to move your hands a bit further forward. Yeah. And so you see instantly, if you just looked up, like she gets much more extension through the back body, so her spine's a lot more flat with the knees bent, and then she can start to work on warming up and opening through the lower spine. So again, continue to make movements to make the downward dog feel good. But even when I can get my heels all the way down, by bending the knees, you can get more extension in the back. So come to a bit of stillness. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need to. Come up high on the toes and draw the chest as close to the thighs as you can. So you're pushing the floor away and creating that heat. Legs as straight as you can, draw the chest as close as you can. As you inhale, keeping the chin drawn in, the thighs contracted, start to roll the body forward to a plank position. So you're pushing the floor away, keeping the belly engaged, and you should feel this rounding through the upper back from how we entered it. Keep the belly engaged as you inhale, stay high on the toes, back to your downward dog. Draw the chest to the thighs, stay high on the toes. 2 more, inhale. Keep the chin drawn in, the chest rolling forward, push the palms into the earth. Exhale, stay even higher on the toes. Engage the core, draw the chest towards the thighs. Last one, inhale. Draw the body all the way forward. Push the floor away, create more space in the arms, round through the upper back. Contract the thighs. Exhale, back to your downward dog. Look up at your hands, step the right leg behind the right hand, the left foot behind the left hand, and just allow the body to hang forward into dangling. And again, in dangling or in this sort of inverted position, it's a really gentle inversion where the head's below the heart, and it's your choice completely. By bending the knees, you'll feel more stretch in the lower back. By straightening the legs, you'll feel more stretch in the back of the hamstrings. For most people, I feel they're tighter in the back than what they are in the legs, even though the legs is generally what we want to stretch. Keeping the head hanging heavy, belly on your thighs, bend the knees all the way, just let the head hang and uncurl the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep the head hanging heavy, straighten the legs at the end, roll the shoulders at the top. And then just bring the feet together. Inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. So again, Anjali Mudra, squeeze the palms as tight as you can. Look up at your thumbs. Feel length, the outside of your shoulders. Keep the belly engaged, the hips tilting forward, contract through the thighs. Reach up all the way, find more length, engage the core. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, all the way down to the mat, palms to the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Now, halfway lift, I'm just going to go through a little bit. You can come to your fingertips. Keep the fingertips in line with the toes if you can. You can stay on the palms if the legs are straight, or you can bring your hands to your ankles. All the way up here, not so much. So even if you need to keep the knees a little bit bent, don't make too much movement. The idea is, so come to your fingertips, straighten the legs a little more. And now bring your hands here. And now extend the crown forward more, so flat, yes. So you see that extension through the back body. Exhale, refold. Step the right leg back into high plank, step the left leg back, high plank. Drop the knees to the mat. Drop your chest between your palms, drop the chin to the floor, so you're keeping the hips lifted in the air. Toes touching, elbows squeeze in. Common thing, the elbows will come out for cobra. Keep the elbows hugging in, flatten the feet. Inhale, draw the body forward, take cobra pose. Keep the chin drawing down. Use the inhale breath to lift through the chest. Push the feet into the mat, contract through the thighs. Tighten the hips and notice your breath. Notice the inhale to lift. Notice the exhale. Drop the forehead to the mat. Tuck the toes, push up through plank. So try to push up from your heart space. Exhale to downward dog. Lift the right leg up as you inhale. Step the right leg between your palms. Drop the left knee down and reach the arms towards the ceiling. Again, take your Anjali Mudra. So squeezing the palms together, you can either look up at your hands or keeping your chin parallel to the mat. But really use the energy against the palms. Feel the heat build in the body. You can look up or look forward and reach the arms up. Draw the hips forward towards the front of the room. Bend through the right knee. Bring the hands through your heart space. Take a breath. Frame the foot, step back to high plank. Drop your knees, chest and chin just for a breath. Elbows hug in. Roll the body weight forward to your cobra. Bring the forehead down, tuck the toes, push up through plank pose. Downward dog, exhale. Take a breath or two in your downward dog. And lift the left leg up to inhale. Step the left foot between your palms. Drop the right knee down. Untuck the toes, reach the arms up. Take your prayer position with your palms. Squeeze the biceps with the ears. Bend through the left knee. So either looking up or looking forward. As you look up, if you take this option, squeeze the palms, stretch up towards the ceiling. Feel the heart start to beat, the heat in your body, the offering through your palms. Exhale to heart space. Frame the foot, step back, high plank. Knees, chest and chin as you exhale. Take your cobra. Exhale, bring the forehead down. Tuck your toes up through plank. If you need your knees, you can obviously use them. Back downward dog. Back to downward dog. Look up at your hands, step the right leg, the left leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Refold as you exhale. Reach up as you breathe in, all the way, bring the hands to prayer, look up. Exhale through your heart space. All the way to the mat. Palms flat if you can. Halfway lift, inhale. Refold, exhale. Right leg back, left leg back, high plank. So your choice now. You can stick with your knees, chest and chin. You want to work a little bit stronger, you lower chaturanga. Lowering to the arms, a 90-degree angle. Untucking the toes, rolling to the front of the feet. Lift up through upward dog. Roll over the toes to downward dog. We'll start working breath to breath. Right leg up, right leg steps forward. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, reach the arms, bring the palms together, top of the inhale. Exhale. Frame the foot, bottom of the exhale, step back. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin, exhale. Upward dog. Inhale, stay on the feet. Yeah, it's good. Downward dog. Exhale. Left leg. Step the left foot between the palms. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes, reach the arms all the way up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back to high plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Lift the right leg up all the way, open the hip. So draw the heel towards the buttocks, yep. So all the way and lift the knee towards the ceiling. Conscious of drawing the right shoulder down and push against the floor. So even more, straighten your arms. Straighten your arms. Good, and lift the knee higher. So you're opening the hips to face the side wall. Draw the left heel down. Good, extend the leg all the way. Lift up. Extend the leg back up towards the ceiling. Step the right leg between the palms. As you breathe in, reach the arms up. Take crescent lunge. So you're high on the left toes. Bring the hands again to prayer. Push the energy against the palms, and you can either again look forward or look up at your hands. Feel the reach towards the ceiling. Use the energy in the arms as you bend deeper into the right knee. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer, to heart space. Take a moment, thumbs pressing into the heart. Draw the crown of the head forward. Hands stay in heart center. Start to lift up off the left toes. Take your warrior three. Keep the hands to heart space. Draw the left hip down. Lift the left heel up. Flex the left toes forward. As you inhale, bring the left knee to your chest. Keep the hands to heart space. Have a wobble. Extend the left leg towards the front of the room. Keep the right leg straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee to chest. Stay with it. Extend the left leg forward. All the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to chest. Stay with it. Warrior 3. Extend the left leg to the back of the room. Pause. Come back to your breath. Breathe in. Find stillness. Breathe out. Lower the left toes to the mat. Take one breath back to your crescent. Look up towards the ceiling. Bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take your twist. And then rolling to the outside of both feet, take Cleopatra. Right fingertips, yeah, it's good. Stretch towards your left foot. You're rolling to the outside of both feet and drawing the left hip down towards the ceiling. Down towards the ceiling? I don't know what I'm saying. Down towards the floor. Lift the hips up a little higher. Reach the right arm towards the ceiling and step the right leg to meet the left in your side plank. From side plank, lift the hips as high as you can. You can lift the right leg away from the left if you wish to take a stronger option. Stay with it. Breathe in softly. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the leg, high plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Upward dog to inhale. Downward dog to exhale. And find a little softness in your downward dog. Breathe in soft. Breathe out. Come back to that inward space. Left leg up. Open the hip. Draw the heel towards the buttocks. Yeah, lift the knee towards the ceiling and continue to draw the left shoulder down and push the right heel down. It's good. And then you come back. You lift the knee, straighten the leg. Good. Step the left leg between the palms, reach up to your high crescent. Have a dance along the way. Bring the palms together. Reach up. So how much energy this takes, even just to bring the palms and reach up towards the ceiling. It sounds so simple. Look up. Reach up. Straighten the back leg. Bring the hands back to heart space. Breathe in. Find softness. Breathe out, bring the chest towards the thigh. Breathe in, lift the right leg away from the mat. Take your warrior 3. Draw the right hip down. Flex the right toes. Keep the back of the neck long. Soften the left knee just a little to bring the right knee into the chest as you inhale. Extend the right leg forward. 5, 4, 3, lift higher, 2, straighten your standing leg. Bring the knee to chest. Extend the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to chest. Breathe into the hip. Take warrior 3. Keep the leg extended. Bring the heart space down. Squeeze the palms and find that softness by the energy pressing into the palms. Drop the right toes to the mat. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. Continue with that connection with palms. Look up for a breath. Bring the right hand down, the left hand up. Take your twist. Cleopatra as you roll to the outside of both feet. Draw the right hip close down towards the earth and extend the left fingertips. So there's energy all the way to the fingers. Lift the hips. Reach the arm up towards the ceiling and step the left foot to meet the right in your side plank. So if you need an option, you can drop the right knee to the floor. If you can, stack the feet. If you can, lift the left leg as high as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the leg. High plank. Flush it out with a flow. Low plank. Upward dog as you inhale, breathe in. Downward dog as you exhale, breathe out. Drop to your knees and take child's pose. Let the chest soften to the earth. So if you're not still in child's pose, come back to child's pose. And start to just feel the spine lengthen along the mat. So we're going to end up lying on our belly, but I want you to pull against the floor. Start to come to the knees and keep your belly as close to the earth as you can. And then as your head starts to come forward, extend your legs to the back of the room. And we're going to come into 3 rounds of Cobra pose. So a good way to set up the hands for Cobra is place the palms underneath the shoulders. So the hands are almost just tucked to the outside. And if you drop your shoulder down, the tops of the fingers line up with the tops of the shoulders. Yeah, and then, your little elbow wings, they squeeze into the body. The fingers come together and really push the palms into the mat. So it's really normal to grip with the fingers and lift through the palms. Try to keep the palms flat. Squeeze the legs. Lift the knees away from the mat, so you're pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift through the chest and start to draw the belly away from the mat. You can drop the head back or keep the chin forward, whatever feels comfortable. Keep the elbows squeezed in, close the eyes, and come back to that inward connection. Again, squeeze the legs, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to come down. Keep the forehead pressing down onto the mat. So we'll do 2 more like this. So always set up the body to begin with. Squeeze the legs if you can. Keep the feet together. Give it a go. Yep. And then lift the knees away from the floor. Good. So you're tightening through the lower part of the body. Elbows are in and the shoulders come down. Yep. And then inhale to lift up. I have no problem using the palms. I almost think that by using a little bit of energy against the palms, you get more into the lower back. You can look up or down. Draw the shoulders down, squeeze the elbows in, contract the thighs. Push the feet down to lift the chest. 3, 2, 1. Lower the forehead to the mat. And just breathe into the heart space, into where you feel it. We'll do 1 more. Squeeze the feet, the heels, the legs, everything in the lower part of the body stays tight. Push the palms into the mat, squeeze the elbows in, inhale to lift all the way up. Squeeze the elbows in, draw the shoulders down. Remind yourself, contract the thighs, tighten the butt. Use the breath to lift the chest higher. 4. Breathe, take a full inhale. 3. Take a full exhale. 2. Inhale, lift as high as you can, hold. Exhale, come all the way down. Turn your head to one side and just let the arms rest by the side of the body. Breathe into the lower back. You can always give the hips a little wriggle side to side if you have sort of leftover tension in the lower spine. And then from here we'll roll over onto our back. So you're just coming to a comfortable position. So you can take 2 options with this. You can place a book or you can place a block or something underneath your lower back and just do what we call Viparita Karani, legs in the air. You can go to a wall, put your legs up the wall, which is pretty relaxing, or you can come into shoulder stand. So your options, bring the palms to frame your body if you're taking shoulder stand, and lift the legs up towards the ceiling. So this is option 1. You can place a block underneath your hips. You want to go that little bit further, push against the floor and extend the legs up towards the ceiling. So as you first come into this position, find a comfortable position, relax the toes. And to go that little bit deeper, you can start to walk the hands down your back and squeeze the elbows in closer together. And then take the awareness inside and close the eyes and breathe into the throat. Relax your feet. So the throat center, thyroid, parathyroid gland. And if you're struggling for weight, metabolism, things like that, this is a great one because it closes off the throat and it gets your thyroid gland working more efficiently. So you do this every day and just notice the difference, but I'll tell you how to do it and always come into these 3 postures at a time. So from shoulder stand, you can either bring the knees to the forehead or take the feet behind your head into plow position. So either knees to forehead or feet to the floor. If your feet touch the mat, you can release the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and push the backs of the knees up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the palms and draw the shoulders in closer together. You want to work a little bit strong, you can drop the knees to beside the ears and rounding even more through the lower back. Straighten the legs. Flatten the palms to the mat and we'll start to uncurl 1 vertebrae at a time. If you need to support the spine, please go ahead. You want to work your abs a little bit stronger. Keep the legs as close to the belly as you can. Use your hands as brakes. Keep the feet flexed and feel 1 vertebrae at a time slowly release down to the mat. Flex the feet at the top, engage the belly and slowly lower the legs all the way down to the mat. Flex the feet. Good, contract the thighs. Slower right at the end. It's good. Just take a breath into your front body, into your throat. In shoulder stand and plow, it's always really important to then open up this area just to get fresh blood stimulating back into the gland. So tucking the arms underneath the body. I'll teach Steph one way and I'll do it another way. So tucking the arms underneath the body so the arms are straight, Steph, all the way under. Yep. So you're squeezing the elbows and you're almost walking your fingertips toward the heels. And then from here, pushing against the elbows and lifting the arms away from the floor. Good. And then dropping the head back. Another way to do it, if that just feels confusing, is come to an upright position, place your forearms on the mat and drop the head back. You want a stronger variation of this, you can lift the legs away from the floor. Point the toes. And breathe. Lift the chest higher. Lower the legs. Lift the chest as you inhale. Drop the head to the mat. So really be careful of the neck. Keep the chin drawing in towards the chest and release your arms down the side of your body. Close the eyes and breathe into the throat, the chest, the heart. And then bring the knees into the chest. Take the knees as wide as your rib cage and draw the knees down towards your armpits. You can stay here if this is strong enough, or you can reach the soles of the feet towards the ceiling and reach for the outside of your feet for happy baby. Inside or outside, doesn't really matter. And then as you bring the knees down, flex the feet, draw the chin in towards the chest and start to rotate the lower back in towards the mat. So this kind of push and pull situation going on. You want to work a little bit stronger, you can extend the legs straight out to the side. So one of 3 options. Come back to happy baby if you extended your legs. Come back to squeeze your knees to the side of the body and then extend the legs towards the back of the mat. Face the palms up towards the ceiling, close down your eyes. And just notice any sensations that arise in the body, any feeling, any emotion. And then just use this time to work with the breath and let it go completely. So again, notice the breath as you breathe in and notice the breath as you breathe out. Come back to that point of focus of divine offering. Releasing stress, releasing anxiety, and allowing the pure heart to offer up without gain. Feel your legs relax, your hips, your spine, belly, back of the heart, shoulders, front of the chest. Relax. Upper arms, forearms, backs of the hands, completely letting go. Fingers softly curl. Shoulders draw away from the ears, relaxing down into the mat. Back of the neck long. Scalp soft. Forehead smooth. Eyes softly closed. Lips softly touch. Teeth slightly part. And allow the tongue to rest away from the roof of the mouth. Relax your jaw. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go. And take as long as you have time for here. Namaste.